Hello and welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 classic Looney Tunes shorts and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for Porky's Hotel, released in 1939. It's the 255th in the series and it's directed by Bob Clampett. You can find this short in the Porky Pig 101 DVD set in a meh state, although a HD version has since popped up, which I'll be using for this review. Now, in case you haven't seen this one, and sadly I can't show you the full thing here on YouTube due to copyright, but essentially Porky runs a hotel, he has a rich goat as a guest, and seeing as though it's a Clampett short of 1939, the focus is mainly on the goat and the obnoxious duck who keeps on annoying him.
Come here, sonny. Boo!
So first up, you're going to hear a re-edit of the original audio commentary I did before I had to take that down, and then you'll hear some new thoughts from me after revisiting this cartoon and a few extra references, so grab some popcorn and enjoy. So right here we have Porky Pig doing his own variation on the Honeymoon Hotel song as the Porky Pig Hotel, and it's quite cute, I like it. It's very catchy, very bouncy. I absolutely like it. And of course, you got to have your Clampett style gag right here, where he lifts up the the concrete as though it's a rug. But anyway, this also shows just how, as I pointed out before, how great Clampett was with the cute moments. Where a little tear comes from this duck's eye, and it's like, why did you have to do that? And the eye gag is pretty solid too. Also notice with this one, Bob seems to get melted to get Porky to flub a lot of his lines a lot more. It can get borderline annoying, but I think it's just right. I think if we went even longer, it would be annoying and unfunny. But pay attention to this part here. Look, you got plenty of moments where you think, oh yeah, he's gonna hit the fly, but no, see, the fly just moves at the ever so softly and bang. That is great. That is great timing right there. Absolutely fantastic. I definitely noticed it. We're going to go past this painting, which is like a John Smith being beheaded. But yeah, there's the painting. See, that was a good setup. You think, like I said, in Bob we trust. Alright, so those are my original thoughts, so here are a few extra facts I found out afterwards. So, first of all, you'll see there the Katz Hotel. That's a reference to Ray Katz, who was Leon Schlesinger's brother-in-law, who worked at the studio at the time. Now, as an Aussie, I had no idea what this reference meant.
Or try our blue plate.
So for those outside the US, like me, a blue plate is a reference to a blue plate special that some restaurants and cafes would offer as a discount priced meal. And we get a great gag referring to the fact that this character is is a goat eating the blue plate. Now, there are actually a few radio references, and I've been told that this duck, or some say even goose, I don't know, I thought it was a duck, but whatever. It's a takeoff of Marion Jordan's character Teeny from Fibber McGee and Molly, who ended her sentences with "I betcha" and was obnoxious and pretty much like this character here.
And I do mean...
That whole "and I do mean" that comes from Jimmy Fiddler, who was a gossip columnist, and he was also on the radio at the time.
As my father once said, quote, unquote.
So that was based off of Phil Kramer as his Grouch Club character Mr. Willoughby, where it would say quote, unquote, and it was actually voiced by him for this cartoon, which is quite unusual because usually they're impersonated, but yeah, no, it's actually, according to Keith Scott's book, it really was Phil Kramer. And what's interesting is that the Grouch Club even had Jack Lasculi, who was in a few Looney Tunes shorts doing his Jack Benny impersonation, and it also had future Elmer Fudd Arthur Q. Bryan. Now, as to the short itself, look, honestly, it is rather forgettable, but it's not without its charm and actually has some few great bits from within. Now, I did notice that the hotel from the outside looks really small compared to what is shown on the inside. Is it a big deal? Nope, of course not. It's just something I happened to notice, along with the unoriginal Porky Pig's hotel sign. It's a very basic name, but yeah, whatever. Whatever, that's just me looking into things too much. But I do like the beginning, hey, we see the donut center. I mean, what a hole. It's a nice little clamping gag that made me chuckle. Now, the disgruntled goat character, not to be confused with the disgruntled goat from The Simpsons. Shout out to my good friend Toonie Tanner, we're fellow Simpsons fanatics. Now, he's just a stock grumpy character, but I do like his motorized wheelchair. You know, it's done to humorous effect. I thought that was pretty nice. And speaking of humorous effects, the elevator stairs actually gave me a good chuckle. I definitely didn't expect that. Although, I guess that now makes the hotel not exactly disability friendly, but yeah, whatever. Again, looking too much into it, I know. Now, my favourite gag by far is the statue using her foot. The timing and the animation is great here, and it definitely caught me off guard. I thought it was really good. But sadly, the biggest issue I have with this short is this, I don't know, is it a duck or a goose? A lot of people are saying it's a goose, and now they'll look more into the short, but anyway, whatever. Regardless of what it is, it's definitely annoying. I'm not really a fan of obnoxious characters like this. I mean, I don't have a problem with obnoxious characters per se, such as Daffy in some 1940s Chuck Jones shorts. Here, this character is just annoying. I mean, you may beg to differ, but yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, sorry guys. And even though this has a short running time, it still feels like it was padded out, especially with the beginning where Porky's, you know, sweeping and then starts playing the broom like it is an instrument, but yeah, whatever. And I mean, weirder still, there's no real ending, it just kind of ends. Like, there's no major resolution. I mean, yeah, the duck or goose is going to end up getting his comeuppance, but nah, didn't work for me. It just ended. You know, they should have had something more, I think. So, you know, in terms of rating, I give this one about a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it's got its moments. It is worth watching for those few moments, but ultimately, it's forgettable, and it contains a very annoying character whose character traits would actually end up being used by Friz Freleng for a mouse character not too long after this. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.
Oh, please don't cut my head off. I'll be a good boy, Mr. Gowdy. Honest, I will. That's all, folks.